Welcome back. Today I'm just going to be doing a short video in regards to the Wolverine Airsoft Wraith buffer tube that uses the CO2 cartridges. I was having a slight issue where it wasn't getting seal on the chamber that holds the air. And so I talked to Rich and they have a solution for that. So I just wanted to go over that solution with you guys. So if anybody else was having this problem, they could know how to fix it and might be able to go get their O-rings. Rich was kind enough to send me out some. So this is the Wolverine Airsoft Wraith CO2 buffer tube. Basically, you have to modify your rifle and put it on. So anyways, there's lots of videos out there that you can take a closer look at that. So to do this upgrade to it with the O-rings, you need to take the whole buffer tube off. Once you've done that, there's two Allen screws, one here and one here. You need to undo those and then pull this out. This has like your regulator and where you put the CO2 cartridge into and puncture it. Then once you've done that, there's another piece to pop out, and it's this piece right here. This is called the buffer tube adapter. This is the piece that has your part of your air chamber along with how you attach it to your rifle with a nut. So anyways, on this piece here, there's an O-ring inside. It's very hard to see, but trying to get an angle here, but you can sort of see it. There's a really small one in there, and that's where it makes the seal around the tube that comes off of your SMP or your Inferno or whatever you're using. And then there's an O-ring here on the outside. So just quickly to take a look, this is the original O-rings. These are the two that I took off of the unit previously, because I have another adapter in here right now. So it's a lot bigger, seems to fit a little bit looser onto the adapter, and it's skinnier. Rich's solution was to use a size 113. It's a lot smaller. You have to stretch it a little bit more, but it is thicker. So when it sits on here, it rises up a little bit higher and it fits a little bit tighter in there, and it gives a better air seal. So to replace these O-rings, basically you need to get this one off, and what I use is a dental pick because it's skinny and can get in there. And what I do is I slide forward and underneath, and I pull it off. So that's that O-ring off now, and I'm going to replace it with the size 113 O-ring. So what I do is I use some Tech T, which I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with, gun salve. It's a grease, and liberally just put a whole bunch of it on, get into that groove. Use something that's skinny that can get into that groove, and I just re-grease it because that helps with seal. And then I take the O-ring, I put my thumb over it, make sure it's in the groove, make sure I got it. It's all greasy, so you have to really hold on to it tight. And there, it's on. Make sure that it's on straight. And then I just take a little bit more of the grease and I apply it along the edges. Make sure that gets all greased up well. Alright, so that's all done. And since you have it all taken apart, you slide this back into the buffer tube. It will be a lot tighter of a fit, so just be careful when you're doing it. And then once I got it in, I spun it around a little bit just to make sure everything's level and it gets a little bit more lube inside of here, because that's sort of hard to get lube down in there. So there's another place also that's inside of here that I replaced the same O-ring. So it's the same size as this one. It's on the regulator portion that would sit about here. I took it off of there, did the same thing, re-lubed it, and then I put the new O-ring on there and then slid that piece, this is this piece right here, slid that back in. And I can tell you that it fits a lot tighter. So when it feels like it's not coming or going in, make sure you spin it around a little bit and then just push slightly, because you don't want to damage the O-ring. So just take your time with it. The other suggestion I have for you is make sure that your workplace is 100% clean. So any table that you're working on, make sure it's wiped down, because you don't want to get any hairs or dirt on these, because that can break the air seal. And then in final, inside here I mentioned there's an O-ring in there. Just get a toothpick or something, get some lube on there, and make sure that that's lubed up. And then I end up lubing up the end of the hose as well, so that when you put this in, it doesn't damage the O-ring. It just slides in, and also it causes a better air seal. So after I did all that and then tested it with a CO2 cartridge, I couldn't hear the hiss anymore. I wasn't losing air that I could tell anymore. I did notice that from previous, I was running about 120 shots, 110 to 120 shots per CO2 cartridge. I think because of the air leak, it was minusing my shots a little bit. When I tested last night, I was able to get about 130 to 135 shots, so that was perfect. That means I can run, like, per cartridge, I can run 120 mid cap. And yeah, so this is one solution. So if you're having that problem, this is how you do it, this is how you fix it. And so I appreciate your time for watching this, and have a great day.